Digital assets. How is digital asset an asset class? So I'm going to share with you in this video 3 reasons why I got into the space 11 years ago and why I'm still so passionate about digital assets, cryptocurrency for the past 11 years. Hi, I'm Zen Kwan. I have been in the industry again for more than a decade. This is my 11th year. 11 years ago, I launched the first Bitcoin ATM machine in Asia. The first is in Singapore, and subsequently I have been on association and also volunteer helping the Singapore government, starting with some of the early thoughts behind the regulation and governance framework of the industry. And what I have been, I think, passionate about is I have met so many good and intelligent people in the space, bringing on either innovation or new perspective in the whole digital space arena. I have never been bored because of the people that I met with and the number of interesting projects that I have looked at. So coming back to the 3 reasons that I mentioned earlier. Number 1, Sharpe ratio. So Sharpe ratio is simply the amount of returns or the compensation I get for the risk I'm taking. So for investor, why do we do what we do? Purely for 2 reasons, right? So one is to increase the returns, or the second one, to reduce the risk. To reduce the risk for the same kind of returns. So if you look at the pure statistics on the huge amount of statistics that come out from the space for the past decade, the Sharpe ratio for digital asset is 2 to 3 times more than traditional asset. So for me, it is a no-brainer why I should be allocating a percentage, or if not, for me, pretty high, substantial of my asset is in digital asset, right? So the second reason, diversification. If you look at the correlation of digital asset between digital asset and the traditional asset classes, equities, bonds, fixed income, and also including real estate and even the commodities, it is not a perfect correlation. And we all know that by introducing an asset class that is not perfectly correlated, it will reduce the risk of your portfolio. So for me, it will be extremely risky. Not just now, in fact 10 years ago that I'm thinking about it, that it will be extremely risky for me not to start to allocate into the space. And that's when I took in a lot of information, start researching into what kind of allocation that I could, or exposure that I could have in the digital asset space. And the third one, looking at where we are at the market right now. From the beginning of 10 years ago till now, I have not seen the level of participation, the level of adoption that we are seeing from institution to pension fund to government bodies embracing the whole industry. So I think if this is where we are, I am looking forward to what the next 5 to 10 years could be in the industry. So to bring it all together, right, the 3 key points that it works for me. Number 1, the Sharpe ratio, the overcompensation, the higher than normal returns that I am being compensated for the same unit risk that I'm taking. Number 2, lowering the whole portfolio risk, diversification. Number 3, where we are, the macro and the market inflow, the liquidity, all the things that are happening that are pulling the whole industry ahead of us. So again, this is Zen Kwan, the CIO of Revo Digital Family Office. If you want to learn together with me what's going on and what is worth discussing about in the whole world of digital assets, do remember to watch out for the next video.